Let's see if you can turn it on. Guess I just assumed it. Turn it up. There you go. So, Tracy, that's fine, right? So we have had an opportunity to review 8 videotapes, 2 Atlanta body cam tapes, 2 Atlanta Police Department dash cam tapes. We have also had an opportunity to review a Wendy's surveillance tape. We have also viewed 3 citizen cell phone videos. With many of the videos, we had the opportunity to enhance the videos so that we could get a better look. The other thing that we have had an opportunity to do is to view some of the physical evidence. The Chevrolet Trailblazer was a vehicle that was in the line at Wendy's on the night of this incident, and it received a shot from Officer Roth's gun. We've had an opportunity, along with the GBI now, to view that Trailblazer. My office has had an opportunity to inspect the crime scene. We have conducted a canvass of the area. We started our investigation at about 1:15 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we have been working on this case around the clock since that time. Go to the next slide. We have spent some time examining the taser evidence in this case. We've actually examined and possessed the 2 tasers that were used. We have also had an opportunity to examine the taser logs that are prepared as the tasers are used. And we have also consulted with a taser expert from the company that manufactures the tasers. We received a preliminary medical autopsy. We've received a preliminary ballistics report, and in reaching our conclusions today, we have worked with both the Georgia Bureau of Investigation as well as the Atlanta Police Department. This will be the 4th time that we have asked that arrest warrants are issued in a case before an indictment. This lists the other 3 cases that we were involved with where an arrest warrant was issued prior to indictment. Unfortunately, this marks the 40th prosecution of police officers for misconduct here in our county, and this is the 9th time that we've prosecuted a homicide case committed by a police officer. 8 of those cases involved black males, and 1 of those cases involved a black female. So in reaching our decision, there were some considerations that we considered important. And one of the things that we noted from our evaluation was that Mr. Brooks, on the night of this incident, was calm, he was cordial, and really displayed cooperative nature. Secondly, even though Mr. Brooks was impaired, his demeanor during this incident was almost jovial. Also, we noted that he received many instructions from the Atlanta officers, and he was asked many questions. Some of the questions he was asked repeatedly, but for 41 minutes and 17 seconds, he followed every instruction. He answered the questions. The 4th thing we noted is that Mr. Brooks was never informed that he was under arrest for driving under the influence. And this is a requirement of the Atlanta Police Department. When one is charged with a DUI, the Atlanta Police Department's own procedures require that that person is informed immediately that they are under arrest. And then he was grabbed from the rear by Officer Roth, who made an attempt to physically restrain him after the 41-minute and 17-second discussion. We concluded and considered it as one of our important considerations that Mr. Brooks never presented himself as a threat. At the very beginning, he was peacefully sleeping in his car. After he was awakened by the officer, he was cooperative, and he was directed to move his car to another location. He calmly moved his car. Mr. Brooks was asked whether or not he had a weapon. He indicated that he did not. Without any resistance, he passed his driver's license to the officers, and the officers then asked Mr. Brooks whether or not he would consent to a pat-down or a body search, and Mr. Brooks allowed them to search him, and the search yielded no weapon. We found that it was of interest that when the officers patted Mr. Brooks down, they noticed there was a bulge in his pants. They did not pull that item out of his pocket. They took Mr. Brooks's word that that bulge represented a number of dollar bills. But Mr. Brooks never displayed any aggressive behavior during the 41 minutes and 17 seconds.